and welcome. Another ratchet strap, another chain guard, another train, another ferry, another country, another adventure. So this here, that you can see now, is the capital city of the Faroe Islands. It's Tórshavn. To get here is somewhat annoying because the ferry that takes you here doesn't stop in Scotland anymore. So you have to go over to Denmark to meet it. But the ferry that used to run from the UK to Denmark doesn't run anymore. That stopped a couple of years ago. So you've got two choices. You either go over at Calais or you go over to the Hook of Holland, and then you have to ride all the way up and round. If you're not particularly interested in coming to the Faroe Islands though, I know some other people that have gone to the other country that I'm going to, and apparently that it's cheaper to stick your bike in a container, ship it over, and then you fly out on a plane and meet it there. Doing it this way is not the cheapest, and now having done it, I can see that it probably isn't. Yeah, it's also a lot of hassle and time. Well, I think that's enough of that view. Shall we go and have a wander around the rest of the islands?
Go, 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 go where you want. Go, 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 go where you need. Go, go, go where you want. Go, go, go where you need.
As you can see, the weather's taken a bit of a turn for the worse. The clouds moved in, it's got really windy. It's raining, which is kind of annoying because the weather's been pretty good so far this morning. And then just as soon as I go out on the bike, it turns like this. So hopefully it'll be nicer tomorrow. Retreat back to the campsite, dry everything off. So I'm starting to get wet now, and then try again tomorrow.
Go, go, go where you want. Go, go, go where you need. Go, go, go where you want. Go, go, go where you need. Go where you need.
Well, it's turned out quite nice in the end, hasn't it? Yeah, it started off a bit ropey first thing this morning, but it's lovely now. Don't know if this camera's good enough, but just down there is a village that we're on our way to see the famous rocking stone of the Faroe Islands. I've looked it up on YouTube already, and how anyone noticed it I'll never know, because it barely moves. It moves about 10 millimeters, and that's about it. But anyway, we're here, so we might as well go and visit it. Let's hop on the bike and tackle this nice curvy, windy bit of tarmac, shall we? So this big hunk of rock here, that's the famous rocking stone. And to the eye, it doesn't really appear to move. So they've attached this chain here, and if you watch that, it goes up and down ever so slightly. But apart from that, there is no visual cue that this rock is moving.
Go, go, go where you want. Go, go, go where you need. Go, go, go where you want. Go, go, or go where you need.
So this is it. The end of the road. This is as far as you can get from Tórshavn. Well, without taking a plane or a boat. You could probably get further away going south, but yeah, that requires the number 7 ferry, unless one day they build the subsea tunnel that they've been on about. In fact, I passed a tunnel being under construction on the way up here, which is probably one of the 2 more that they're building that's going to be done by 2019, I think it said. But yeah, I don't know what this village is. It's way out in the corner. So looking at this map, Torshavn is in the bottom centre, and then the blue marker in the top off to the right. That's where I currently am. That's probably going to take about an hour to get back to Torshavn. There's the whole of the Faroe Islands. You need a boat to get to the bottom ones, but if they ever have the money, they want to build a tunnel to those 2. It's getting on now. It's well, about 4:30 now in the afternoon. Although this far north it still doesn't get dark until about 10-11 o'clock, even though it's now middle of August. By the time I get back to Torshavn, I'll probably need to fill up with fuel again, because despite being able to do 300 miles, I've somehow managed to use an entire tank of fuel driving around the old Faroe Islands. But I'm not overly concerned, because fuel here, they use the Danish kroner like they do in Denmark, but the fuel here is about just over a krona cheaper per litre. So instead of being about £1.10, it's just under £1, which is not bad. Given the choice between the 2, I'd rather take the less than £1 one. So let's go. This is not the ocean. This is the biggest lake in the Faroe Islands, and its name escapes me, so you'll have to forgive me. But at the far end, the lake goes into the sea via a waterfall, which was one of the things I wanted to go and do. Hike down there, go see that. I also wanted to hike one of the mountains over there as well, but due to bad weather, I haven't been able to maximise all my days. But that's the nature of travel. You can only do so much. So, apart from that though, I've done everything else. Yeah, but that's the nature of travel when you've got a fairly short amount of time. I only had 3 days here, so you can only do what you can do. Bad weather gets in the way, oh well. But that's it for the Faroe Islands. So, until next time, see you then.
Go, 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 go where you want. Go.